a beautiful day at main Collingwood training, the only training session before we take on Footscray on Friday night. As you can see here, there were only 4 players not training, and they all sort of make sense. No one in the rehab group, which was nice. So that means Will Hoskin Elliott ready to go, Jordan Goey ready to go, Finn McRae ready to go. Now, Finn McRae, I don't think he's ready to go for seniors. Maybe in the VFL, he did full match sim in the presser. Craig McRae came out and said Will Hoskin Elliott is ready to go this week. And the really, really big news is that Jordan De Goey will return against Footscray, aka the Western Bulldogs, on Friday night. Now, because the game is on Friday night, which is only a few days away, this was a really light training session, so there wasn't much sort of going on. There was a little bit of match sim right at the end. This main training session just focused on transitional drills, I feel like, and as you can see through the videos here. So a lot of transition, a lot of full ground drills, a lot of pressure and running through and breaking through that pressure, which is really nice, as you can see in these sort of drills here. Lots of handballing. So to me, this session was what I would call a bread and butter session. So this is Collingwood's bread and butter, their 9 iron, their whatever else you sort of want to call it. Have a look here at this Nick Dacos handball, though. Like, look at this. Everyone's going run one way. He sees Bo McCreary out of the corner of his eye, and then we're inside 50. Like, how many other players in the league can do that? No one. No one can do what Nick Dacos is doing. All he needs is a moment or two like that per game, and you've got at least 2 goals out of it. My main focus today was to see how Jordan De Goey was going. Now, we know that Jordan De Goey was fit to play, but was he fit to perform? That's been Craig McRae's mantra for the last couple of years. You know, last year he came out and said, you know, players were fit to play, but they just weren't fit to perform. So I wanted to see how Jordan De Goey went today. And he was a standout on the track. Look, there wasn't a lot of standouts because there wasn't much to stand out in. But later on in this video, you'll see a huge tackle from Jordan onto Bo McCreary. So a bull tackling a bull. And that's when I knew he is absolutely good to go, and we will see him on Friday night. And just that inclusion of De Goey in the midfield, oh my God, it's going to be absolutely second to none. Just a reminder that the link is down below to buy my merch. I've got t-shirts, hoodies, and hats still available. Bucket hats coming out in the next month or so. But it's the best way to support this channel, and I really appreciate everyone who has bought some merch at the moment. So you can see here we're getting into those full ground drills. So not fully a match simulation. They were taking it pretty easy, but it was just that, like I said, that bread and butter, that transitional play. There were a couple of nice things that everyone was sort of doing, but more often than not, it was just how can we transition the ball from our back line to our forward line, from our forward line to our sort of back line. One guy that stood out, not from the A team, was TJ. I thought TJ, like I've said for the last few weeks, he's been absolutely smashing it at training there. He is right on cue. Loved everything that he's been doing. I know he'll get some games eventually, but again, back line or that half back line is dime a dozen, so he's going to have to really perform in the VFL, which he did in that practice match. He did. Joel Cochran as well. It was nice to see him back out there. He's been going through a bunch of injuries. He just came back from that that rib injury, that knock to his rib. But he was out there performing, did a full match sim. So that's going to be great seeing him perform in the first VFL game coming up this weekend. So that'll be really nice. But other than that, Will Hayes did a couple of good things. Didn't really see Charlie West much. And I hate to say it, but Mason Cox, 6'11", 6'10", however tall he is, I couldn't see him on the field at all. He was definitely there, but he just didn't do anything to impress me enough to say, hey, putting my hand up, I'm ready to go on Friday. So I can't see Mason Cox playing unless there's an injury in that forward line or one of those forwards aren't performing. And with McStay and Darcy Cameron doing the tandem ruck roles, Mason Cox, there's no room for him at the moment. And that was pretty much it for a light, full training session. Towards the end, they did a lot of goal kicking. I didn't get much of that on camera. Sorry, someone else that impressed me was Reeve McGuinness. Just with his voice, he was commanding that backline, telling players where to stand in the midfield. But look, wrapping that up for today. I'll see you guys on Friday night. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.